take a look at some of these threats that our impact tracker's picking up on. Winds of around 80 miles per hour. That's west of Highway 63. Again, that's likely picking up on that couplet that we were looking at, that area of rotation. We as meteorologists call those couplets. It's just a quick way of saying, hey, there's a spot here that's dangerous, and we have got more strong to potentially damaging winds to the south there as well. That's just to the east of Albia. I'll zoom in on that one as well, and you can see that's riding right along Highway 34, and that's going to be along 201st Street and 715th Avenue. So some of these get to be a little bit false reading. Sometimes when you get a line like this that's this intense, the radar has a difficult time with it. But as we zoom back out, take a look at the new updates that we have got in here. You can see that area that we're continuing to track still has that kind of notch-like feature there. And that is leading to the rotation that we're seeing on the radar. So haven't really seen this weekend yet. Still seeing very strong winds out on the leading edge of this. That's making its way through Oskaloosa right now. So Oskaloosa, again, you got to be in that safe spot. We'll hop back over to the shear tracker. The rotational component has weakened just slightly. That doesn't mean this is going away. It just means hopefully we're on the right track to this finally backing down a little bit and allowing us to get you back into programming here. But that main area rotation still looks fairly strong, and that is working its way to the northeast. So I'm going to put this in motion, and you can see the exact track of it. Yep, this is going to careen right through that southern half of Oskaloosa. So if you haven't gotten down to your basements, Oskaloosa, if you don't have a basement, again, most interior room, whether it's a bathroom or a closet, you got to do that now. We get these radar updates every minute to 2 minutes. So by the time we get them, well, that radar update's already slightly old, which means that's less time for you to make it to your safe space. So please make sure to do that. This is going to continue eastward, and I want to zoom out a little bit here and keep an eye on some of these southern portions of this storm as well. They don't look quite as bad as this. I know we've got some really bright returns down there, but again, sometimes we get anomalous returns, and that's what we're seeing likely east of Moravia as well. But this looks typical for when an area of that line starts to fold in on itself and create that area of rotation. And that's what we're seeing right now. So we've got this going through 8:45, and I'm going to be hanging out with you guys for a bit on here until this threat goes away or this warning is canceled, because it looks to be a pretty decent setup here. But at least we'll see what the next scan does. The last scan dropped this rotation off just slightly, and I hope that's a trend that we see continue, so we don't have to be dealing with this for too much longer. But looking at velocity here, you can see that area in green. We'll see exactly how fast those winds are going. It doesn't take much a lot. Sometimes you get 30, 40 mile per hour winds screaming into this storm, and even 20 to 30 mile per hour winds on the backside screaming out, and that can cause that rotation. So strong winds still, though. Again, we've got winds up and down this line that are capable of producing or portions of the storm that are capable of producing winds in excess of 60 miles per hour. Heavy rain, really heavy rain out on the leading edge of this. You're likely not going to be able to see a whole lot associated with this. So again, areas along the south here as we head back down towards Centerville, that Boeing segment is really indicative of very strong winds racing their way to the east. And if anything, that's strengthened in the last scan there. The area to the north doesn't look like it did. Again, that's just on reflectivity, which is readings of rain droplets and hailstones and the like and stuff like that. The radar shooting its beams out trying to get an eye on that. But we still do have that little area of rotation that is just over Oskaloosa. So Oskaloosa, I hope you took my advice. We're able to make it to safety because this is making its way right through town right now. And again, down the line, if this continues to stay strong, we're going to see this start to push its way upwards towards Whatcheer as well, and eventually even east of there towards Sigourney. It's got, again, just that slight northeast component to it. That's going to put it right along the highway there. So I'll put a fresh track on here for you guys, and we'll take a look at where this falls. But again, we've got, if you're just tuning in, we've got a line that has produced an area of rotation that's capable of producing a tornado. And we've seen that kind of persist over the last half an hour or so. So now we've got portions of the eastern portions of the state, Oskaloosa. We've got University Park in a minute, Rose Hill coming in 11 minutes, Delta coming in 19 minutes, Whatcheer 20 minutes, Sigourney 27 minutes, and Keswick coming in at 28 minutes.